Hi everyone, happy Thursday. Let's get started on our English lesson. So, to start our lesson today, I've chosen a few examples of some really amazing writing from yesterday, from your letters to the Jumblies. So, I just wanted to share a couple of them because these are really good examples of children using their steps to success and some very persuasive language. So, this first piece is from Davina, and you can see that Davina used colors, just like I did in the example, to show the different sentences that she was using for her Jumblies. So, dear Jumblies, you shouldn't go to the sea in a sieve. It is extremely dangerous because the s- uh, the seawater will get. Sorry, Davina, you have lovely writing. It's just hard for me to read on my computer. Because the seawater will get in the sieve and you will drown. And look at those exclamation marks. She's really shouting it at them. Then you would lose control of the sieve and you might sink. Also, the sky is overcast. That's a fantastic weather word. So there will be a thunderstorm. You will not be able to find your way back home. Please don't go to the sea in a sieve. You will surely need a better boat. Fantastic. And I love that Davina used that top challenge and tried to give them a solution to their problem. Okay, my next example is from Tanisha. Yes, Tanisha, you can be my example for both days because of your amazing work. So Tanisha says, Dear Jumblies, you should not go to the sea in a sieve. And I love how Tanisha has used all capital letters when she wrote not because that makes it really stand out to me. You should not go to the sea in a sieve. It is very, very scary. I love that repetition. Very, very scary because the sieve has holes in it, and water can get in. Then you could sink and drown. Also, a thunderstorm is coming. It could destroy the sieve. Oh, powerful word, destroy. Please do not go in the sieve to the sea. Maybe you could travel in a bowl. That's a good suggestion. Very convincing, very persuasive. Well done, Tanisha. And my last example today is oh no, I think I have two more today actually. Valeska wrote her letter to the Jumblies. So, dear Jumblies, you should not go to the sea in a sieve because it is about to get windy and a scary storm is on its way. Also, you can get drowned as the sieve has holes and the water will come in the sieve. And don't you know the voyage is too long? It's a good question. Please do not go to the sea in a sieve. Maybe you can go tomorrow. Oh, I like that. I like that, pointing out that the storm is coming. Really good. And I can see Valeska used her dots and dashes to help her with some of her spellings because I can see some really good year one spellings in there as well. Some great capital letters. So fantastic writing, very convincing, Valeska. And my last example is from Hack. Hack's been doing her work on a whiteboard. I can see she drew some lines. So she said, "Dear Jumblies, you should not go to the sea in a sieve. You might get swallowed by the sharks. A very angry storm will happen. Then you will be washed away and you will never return again." So some very creative ideas there. Mahak, I really liked that about the sharks because we didn't even have that in the poem, did we? So you added that in yourself. Fantastic. And I love how Mahak has a lovely speech bubble at the top to kind of add a little something extra. So, really creative writing. I love all of your ideas. I feel if I were the Jumblies, I would for sure be persuaded to go on my trip another day. So, really well done. And thank you for sending your work. If I didn't get a chance to put your work up today, it doesn't mean it wasn't well done. We just can't spend the whole lesson talking about our work. But hopefully, this will give you some good ideas of how to improve your work for next time, or maybe some ideas that you can borrow. So, really well done. Today, we're going to start with a revise and editing focus. So, I have attached in the folder on Teams a page that says Thursday resources, and in it, I've just literally clipped um, this sentence and then the work we're doing today. So, if it's easier for you to access the work on Teams, you can just download that PDF of our work for today, and it will all be there. So, you don't have to rewrite it. You don't have to rewrite the sentence, you can just change the spelling errors. So when we look at the sentence today, we know what our green pen means. Pause the video and tell me, what does that green pen mean? That's right, it means we need to make some changes, usually spelling changes. So let's have a look at our sentence from the poem. They went to sea in a sieve, they did. They went to sea in a sieve, they did. In a sieve, they went to sea. So let's have a look. We've got some green. on our page. And those are some words that we need to correct because they are not spelt correctly. They might be missing a sound. They might be using the wrong sounds. They might be missing some kind of special punctuation that they need because it's the start of a sentence. So those are the only clues I'm going to give. Either you can rewrite the sentence and fix your spellings in them, or you can use if you want to print the PDF from Teams, you could use that as well to do your correction. So it's completely up to you. And I'll let you pause and have a go at that. Fantastic. If you're back at the video, we'll have a talk through together. So this first green T is because it is missing a capital. So we're going to add a capital T there because it's the start of a sentence. So they went. We've got w-et. We've got wet. We need w-e-n-t. Went. So really stretching out that word to fix it. They went to sea in a sieve, they did. We know they is a year one spelling word and a year one phonics word. So we know how to spell they. They went to sea in a sieve, they did. Now we can read it over because that's what a good writer would do. And we can see that it looks a lot better and we still have our full stop there. Perfect. If that's what you did, well done for your editing. If not, if you need to make any changes, pause the video and have a look and see what you need to change. All right, so our challenge today, we're going to get quite creative today. Remember, these are our last 2 lessons of our poetry unit for this week, so we won't have any more Edward Lear next week. We might have a different poem, but we get to write some new verses for the poem that we've heard this week. So we're going to be learning how to write new verses, and we've done a little bit of that last week, but we're going to do some more. So let's enjoy the Jumblies again, because poetry is meant to be read out loud. And if you can join in with me, please join in, because you probably know a lot of the words in the poem now. So the Jumblies by Edward Lear. They went to sea in a sieve they did, in a sieve they went to sea. In spite of all their friends could say, on a winter's morn, on a stormy day, in a sieve they went to sea. And when the sieve turned round and round, and everyone cried, "You'll all be drowned!" they called aloud, "Our sieve ain't big, but we don't care a button, we don't care a fig, in a sieve we'll go to sea." Far and few are the lands where the Jumblies live. Their heads are green, their hands are blue, and they went to sea in a sieve. They sailed away in a sieve they did, in a sieve they sailed so fast, with only a beautiful pea-green veil tied with a ribbon by way of a sail to a small tobacco pipe mast. And everyone said who saw them go, "Oh, won't they be soon upset, you know? For the sky is dark and the voyage is long, and happen what may, it's extremely wrong in a sieve to sail so fast." Far and few are the lands where the Jumblies live. Their heads are green and their hands are blue, and they went to sea in a sieve. I hope you were able to join in with some of that poem, especially the parts that repeat. It's quite fun to read poems out loud, I think. They sound quite nice, the cadence of them. So today you're going to be changing some words in the poem to make it your own. And just like our poem last week where we did the calico cups, we said that poems don't have to make perfect sense. They're allowed to be a little bit silly. They're allowed to have a little bit of nonsense in them. So they don't have to make perfect sense. But we want the sentence to make sense. So we wouldn't want to say they went to running in a cup, because we wouldn't say they went to running, would we? We would say they ran. So the sentence has to make sense when you say it out loud, but it doesn't have to be sensible. It can be a little bit silly, so don't worry about that. So here's an example, and you can see some of the words are red. So the words that are red are the words that we've added into the poem. So they went to space in a cup, they did. So they didn't go to sea this time. They get to go somewhere else. They went to space in this poem. You could choose wherever you want your Jumblies to go. Maybe you want them to go to the zoo or to the desert or to the jungle or to the forest or to the moon. You can choose wherever you want them to go. They went to space in a cup, they did. In a cup, they went to space. In spite of all their friends could say, on a rainy day, in a cup, they went to space. You get to choose what kind of day you want them to go as well. And when it started to shudder and shake, and everyone said, "Your cup will break," And then I'm going to give you the chance. So you can tell we're not finished our poem just yet, but what we're going to do is break it up into 2 days to give you a bit of time to really explore your writing. So we've got the first part. We have to choose somewhere new for the Jumblies to go. We need to find something new for them to travel in. So have a look in the kitchen, see what else they could use. We know the sieve came from the kitchen. We know the cup comes from the kitchen. Maybe you can find something in the kitchen for them to travel in. And then we have to choose what kind of day they're going to go on. Is it going to be a sunny day or a rainy day? Maybe it will be a cloudy day or a snowy day. You get to choose. And we get to choose what everyone said was going to happen. So remember, we're looking for a little bit of rhyming. You might want to use an adult's help to help you with this, or you can use this as a guide to help you. So you can take some ideas from this example. And you're going to fill in your own version on the next page. And again, just so parents are aware, I've posted this under Teams. There's a little PDF for their resources today. So you can click on that and it will have the starter and it will have this for them as well and the example. So it's something for them to look off of if it's a bit easier than pausing the video and writing it down. So we're going to get started with our poem today. I'm really excited to see what you come up with. And work with an adult if you need it. If we were doing this in class, we would be working pretty closely alongside. So we probably have made the model ourselves, this one, and that as a team. And then we will go off and have a go ourselves. But an adult, the teachers would certainly be working with them to help them refine those ideas because it is a tricky one. So if they do need a bit of help, that's absolutely okay, as long as they're trying to do the writing themselves. And then the best part of writing a poem is you get to perform it. So please make sure you're sharing it with the people in your house because they'll probably really enjoy it. It will put a big smile on their face. And tomorrow we'll finish the second half of our poem. And then you can record it and share it with me on video, which is the best part of my week. So I hope you have a lot of fun writing your poem today. Make sure it's quite silly. Try and be as creative as you can. And I can't wait to see them. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.